a little crab tree and look up at the apples to make you feel the goodness of planting and tending and harvesting at last. All the strong things of her heart came out in her body that had been so tireless in serving generous emotions.
In the 1920s, H.L. Mencken's literary criticism had great influence on the writers of the time. In 1919, he published The American Language, a scholarly work that examined the differences between American and British English. In controversial articles in The Smart Set and the American Mercury, he expressed unconventional and often critical opinions about religion, Puritanism, and the conservative outlook in general. He attacked the influence of big business and the narrow attitudes that he felt dominated American culture, and he urged writers to examine their environment with a critical eye. Sinclair Lewis was one of the writers Mencken encouraged. Lewis's novels focused on small-town ignorance and bigotry. In Main Street, he created Gopher Prairie, a stereotype of a culturally impoverished town. His novel, Babbitt, satirizes the American businessman. Lewis poked fun at the middle class, but in an affectionate and good-humored style. Lewis was the first American author to receive the Nobel Prize, an international award given annually to individuals deemed to have benefited humanity by their contributions to literature, science, economics, and world peace.
F. Scott Fitzgerald's novels captured the essence of the post-war period, the excitement, the high hopes, and the ultimate disillusionment. Fitzgerald was serving in the Army when he wrote the rough draft of the novel that established his reputation, This Side of Paradise, in which he shows the effects of wealth on a young man struggling to find his place in society. With his wife Zelda, Fitzgerald was part of the social whirl in the fashionable resorts of Europe and in the speakeasies and lavish hotels of the United States. The 1920s were called the Jazz Age, and Fitzgerald portrayed for his readers the glittery all-night party that life seemed to be for the rich. In The Great Gatsby, he describes a party.
There was music from my neighbor's house through the summer nights. In his blue gardens, men and girls came and went like moths among the whisperings and the champagne and the stars.
Fitzgerald experienced not only the good life, but also some of the agonies he wrote about, including struggles with alcoholism and debt.